Yeah. It is apparently here in Ontario. You can see the truck. We're heading to when we're home. Amy loves everybody. You know, if you've been somewhere for a long time, you always have your favorite haunts, your favorite restaurants, and Amy loves Lone Star. We're not a 5-star restaurant or anything, but it's a good Mexican.
I would say 5-star.
It's a pretty good restaurant. Fajitas. If you like fajitas, if you're in Ontario, if you're around Mohawk, now it's gonna be tough to get back to Mohawk in this traffic, but if you're around the Mohawk area, Cambridge, and there's actually one in Milton also. A lot of people are staying in Mississauga. There's one actually closer to them. Lone Star Texas Grill, it's called, right? Always got great fajitas. So the whole family had a hankering for some fajitas. We're heading down to Cambridge right now to get some. Today, what went on today? A lot went on today. We'll start with yesterday. Looks Like Money, as I told you, raced great yesterday. And then Time Is On My Side was very good today. Aaron loves that horse, and actually, props to Aaron and to Tim. Tim had asked Aaron if he would drive the horse, and he was listed on a horse already in the race. And Aaron actually chose off of him to drive Time Is On My Side, so I appreciate that. Gets along great with him, put a new lifetime mark on him. I always love putting marks on our horses, but, you know, I won him 49-1 with that horse 2 weeks ago, and Aaron won today in 48-4, and I'm pretty happy he did. He's just been such a nice horse. The only downfall is that it wasn't even the Open. It was the 13,000 class that he won today. Somebody messaged me right after and said, "Are you rethinking not taking him to the Breeders' Crown?" I said, "Well, first off, it's tomorrow, the elimination. Secondly, no. It's always great to have a nice horse, but it's always important to try your best to race them where they can do. And it's always been tough with Time Is On My Side because he's so talented and so fast, but not quite Breeders' Crown caliber, right? So what do we do with them? Listen, I would love to race for tons of money every week, but it's just nice to have a horse that can win races. And he raced great today. Great job by Tim. And I know Sophie loves the horse. Great job by Sophie. And I make fun of him. I make fun of her all the time, but Time Is On My Side. She spoils him rotten. And a great job, obviously, by Aaron. 48-4 today. Great work. We got some work to do tonight. We get some horses in the Breeders' Crown tonight. Oh, I can't forget about Allure last night. Reminded me. Allure raced good last night also. I'm sure James didn't want to get away in the 4-hole and be first over. It looked like, you know, he did the right thing not moving her. It looked like he was going to wait till the dust settled and remove to the front, but I've known JR a long time. Not a lot of dust to settle. He went 28-2, 58, which seemed... Were you watching the race? It seemed to me like they were going lots more than they actually were. I don't know if it was windy or not, or maybe they weren't. I don't know, but 28-2, 58. James ended up moving first over. One thing I love about this filly, she just keeps coming. Like, she's not a killer. She's not going to win in 51 or 52, but you put her in with horses she can do with, she just keeps coming and coming and coming. And raced good, just getting beat at the wire in 56, was it? It was 56-1. But raced very, very well. Now, this morning... James trained Drebin, said he trained very, very good. They're going to school him next week. So, again, he's a week closer to being ready. And we did school Gorgeous Package. Schooled today, Addie Bear.
Woody!
She schooled today in Ontario. James didn't go with her. He went with Powertrain. And I said, oh, well, that's cool. He said, well, that filly was coming to me and right beside me finishing up. We went around 54. Had to go 27 on the end of it. And I believe... I don't know anymore. I believe he is. Powertrain was an open pacer forever and probably still is a high-end condition horse. And it seems like Gorgeous Package liked Mohawk because that's, you know, for James to come 27, that's mostly the last eighth in a bit too, knowing him, right? So he wasn't really opening him right up. And for Gorgeous Package to pace right with him through the wire, he must have won a good mile. Today, Ava was a little pouty. She had a bloody nose. No, she's fine now. She had a bloody nose, and we were just... Did you ever have a bloody nose and you just have it for longer than it feels comfortable, than it feels normal? And they said, what, they thought it was the weather? What did they tell you, Ave?
He thought it was the dry weather.
The dry weather. I mean, obviously, you're worried as a parent. You don't want to see the nose running and running. So we went to the hospital, and what they do? They just put gauze. They just packed your nostril with gauze.
Like hockey players get.
Oh, when they break their nose? Oh, yeah. I wouldn't know I'm not a hockey player, so.
When
Mark
they,
would
like,
know.
They break the nose.
yeah.
Uncle Mark would know.
Oh, he said his nose more than broken, more than enough times. He actually crushed his nose one time. They'd like operate on it. Anyway, that kind of took up most of our morning. But all is well. All is good. We'll be at the races tonight. We get the 2 horses in on the Breeders' Crown. And I guess you guys, man, you guys don't miss anything. I've had no less than about 10 emails asking about that Volo horse that I bought today. I'm on Gate and I'm looking. There's a couple of higher end pacers that I was looking at just to see how they received. One went for 150 some thousand to have Jack Darlings, and tough place to shop and no easier spot as the guy selling on Monday. You can be sure of that. So I've just quietly been watching to see what they're going for as Harrisburg's coming up. A lot of high end horses are selling also. I'm just doing my homework. And this horse popped up. Andrew Harris and his partners had bought the horse for $300,000 as a baby, and it just didn't work out. It happens. Doesn't matter whether it's $300,000 or $30,000. You know, that the old adage, the horses don't know how much you paid for them. It's true in many senses. I mean, it's a bit of fortune cookie talk, but it's true. They don't know how much you pay for them, and sometimes you do. You do end up in a bad spot with a horse. So this horse had made a lot of breaks. And just hadn't turned out just yet. So I thought I'd just watch him sell. I had bid $10,000 on him with like 4 minutes left. Now, you know how much bidding takes place in the last 4 minutes of an auction on Gate. Like the vast majority of it, not one bid. People just let him go. So I said, "Wow." Yeah, well, I was just they tried to qualify him 10 days ago or so. So there was no injuries reported on the horse, and at $10,000, I mean, it's pretty hard to go wrong. I mean, I can think of, and it was funny because small world. The gentleman had just called me before I did this video, and he said, "Are you the stable?" I said, "Yes, sir." And he introduced himself, and he said that he was trying to bid on the horse. I was bidding on a pacer actually also, and got timed out. Kurt Sugg. It popped up. Kurt Sugg bought the horse, and then somebody. It was just a messed up whole situation. I was in a place where there was bad reception. I was trying to bid on another horse, and I couldn't get my bid in. And this exact same thing had happened to this gentleman that was trying to bid on that trotter that we'd bought. And he said I was going quite a bit higher, and I just couldn't get my bid in. I said, "I know the feeling. It happened to me shortly thereafter." And he said, "Would you be willing to take a profit on the horse?" I said, "Honestly, sir, I'll tell you what I'll do. I'm going to keep the horse for a couple of weeks, and in a couple of weeks, I'm not particularly enthusiastic about him. Then we can reconvene this conversation. Let's defer that conversation for a couple of weeks." So I took his number, and he obviously had mine, and he was about to hang up, and he goes, I don't want to say who it was, it's unfair to him, but he said, Are you Anthony McDonald? I said, "Yes, sir." "The driver?" And I said, "Well, it depends who you ask." And he goes, "You drove my horse last week at the Meadows." And we talked about his horse, and it was pretty odd exchange, but just goes to show how small the world is. I bought a horse while in Ontario on Gate, and outbid a gentleman in Pennsylvania who I drove his horse last week. So we're here now. The Lone Star, if you need a little visual prompt. How long was it?
17 minutes.
I took my time though.
No, you didn't.
Little visual Lone Star looks like. We're gonna have a little lunch. A little bit of a cloudy day, but you know what? It's a beautiful day here. Hopefully you're having a great day wherever you are.
Meow.
Get that cat out of here. We'll talk to you all very soon. Have a great Friday, everybody. I'm sure I'll be talking to you at some point throughout the day, or at least tomorrow. I don't know if I can talk much with you tomorrow. I am driving in Virginia. My flight's at 8. I'm going to be, I'm going to take this with me, and I'll do my videos on the way home with Logan and Lauren. That's what I'll do. Are you okay? Amy's terribly worried she's going to be late for her nail appointment.
Because every minute is a minute and a half in your world.
It is, but my world's a great world. It's a great world.
Goodbye.
Goodbye, everybody. Have a wonderful Friday.